Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I am at a little bit of a different angle just because it is way later than when I usually film. Just because it's been like a very lax day for me. I mean, I'm in my, whenever you see me wearing this like Brandy Melville t-shirt dress that I've had for 4 years, it's a very lax day. Like not wearing jewelry or anything, just my Tiffany's bracelet that I basically leave on the whole time, and just like little earrings so my ears don't close up. Very lax day. You know, we're preparing for a couple of house changes in the house, and I've just been doing schoolwork and that. So yeah, I'm at the I am gonna FaceTime later, which is why the only reason why I have makeup on, but I was like, let me take advantage and film my beauty empties for you guys. But yeah, different location, because if I sit in my normal location, I'll start to get the lines from the blinds because the sun is starting to set. So hopefully the lighting isn't too dark. But I know you guys prefer seeing empties more often than when it's completely full, so we're just gonna go ahead and jump in and talk about everything I have finished so far. So the first thing I am picking up is the Marc Anthony Strictly Curl Envy Curl Cream. This is a good basic curl cream. I don't think that it gives my curls the most curls, if that makes sense. Right now my hair is actually pretty straight because I've been wearing it in a ponytail to sleep because I got one of my seconds done. So just so the hair, if the hair is in the way, I tend to like pull a lot. So that's why the curls are very dead. But this is just basic. It doesn't give me the most curls. I actually prefer the Not Your Mother's, but this is a good cheap one just for like a refresh, but I'm not looking for too much curls, just to kind of give my hair a little something than the frizz it likes to have. So yeah, I think this might be like my third bottle. I don't have it right now. I don't think I would really repurchase it just because I'm not really going anywhere, and I still have my Not Your Mother's one, and I'd rather repurchase that for when I am doing my hair. But you know, when I have days that I don't want to waste the good product, even though Not Your Mother's is a drugstore, I would go back to this. I'm not going to repurchase this anytime soon. Also finished a shampoo. This is the Yves Rocher Reparation Nutri Repair Treatment Shampoo for very dry or damaged hair. Yves Rocher is a French brand. I did pick this up 2 years ago when I was in France. Just because Yves Rocher is kind of hard to find in the States. Like, you don't really find it at stores. You can purchase it online, but it's not really at stores. This was okay. It really did make my hair, like, you know, it didn't dry it out or anything, but it did give me a little bit of issues with my scalp. Now my scalp is overly sensitive and a lot of things do make it itchy. While it didn't give me too much itch, I think after the second or third day, that's when it would kick in. And it was just, you know, there's stuff that I rather use than repurchasing this. It did have, it's jojoba oil, but it did have like a pretty like nutty cinnamony smell, or like whatever jojoba smells like, but to me it's like a little bit nutty. But I finished it up. I just have other shampoos that I rather use to not have an itchy scalp. But it did make my hair like soft, so that was good. I have a razor pack. It is summer. I'm in Arizona. It has been 116 degrees. Summer. We're starting to cool down, like 10 degrees, so now we're like low, so like we're like 105-ish maybe. So used up razors. Yeah, I am tossing my Finacea azelaic acid foam. This is supposed to help with rosacea, because I do have a couple of red patches on my cheeks. I don't have rosacea, so this didn't really do much for me, and it's quite expired, I believe. Yeah, so the expiration date was July 2018, and because it didn't help, I'm not gonna, although it's pretty full, I'm not gonna keep using it, especially if it didn't help and it's already expired. So I'm just tossing that item. I almost finished my Roche-Posay Anthelios Clear Skin sunscreen. This was SPF 60. This is the oil-free version. There was just a tiny bit left. I don't know what's wrong with my words today. There was just a tiny bit left. And it did expire August of 2020. And it started to separate and get gunky, and that's why I decided to just scrap it. Like, I had used most of it up already. so what's the point in using separated sunscreen? Like, this really separated fast. I didn't like this version. So I have another version in here that's just a teeny tiny sample size. So I have the oil version, not the oil-free version, and this is just a tiny sample size. And I actually preferred this one a lot more than the oil-free version. But this one would leave like a lot of white marks once it dried, and it wasn't cute. I mean, if you put makeup over it, it would be like all over your hairline where it would still stay kind of white. And with this one, it didn't really do that. I think it has to do with it trying to like matte down. This one, no problems wearing with makeup. However, there is another La Roche-Posay one that I prefer a lot more than the Anthelios line, because this is both Anthelios. My favorite one, I think I have some samples here. Oh no, wait, they're all Anthelios. I don't know what Anthelios means. I guess.
Oh, they're different.
So, this is the Dry Touch sunscreen, and this is the Ultralight Sunscreen Fluid. Because the one that I like the most is the Milton Sunscreen Milk. And these are just, again, sample packets that my boyfriend's mom gave me. But I have purchased the full size. The Milton Sunscreen Milk is my favorite. That's why it didn't make sense to me why these were so completely different. New discovery. I'm sorry I just wasted like 2 minutes saying like I like the oil version. It's because this one was the Ultra Light Sunscreen Fluid and this is the Dry Touch Sunscreen. So I don't recommend the Dry Touch Sunscreen, which is oil free for like underneath makeup or even on your body. It would just like whatever crease that you have, it was gonna settle and be all white. And then this one was actually really nice, but my favorite is the Milton or the milk version, whatever. La Roche-Posay is kind of pricey when you buy it full price. I bought this full price, but Ulta every month, which I've noticed, they'll have one day where online La Roche-Posay is 40% off, and that makes it a lot more palpable, or it's a lot more of a reasonable price to pay for their items. And that's the only way I now have decided, the only way I'm going to purchase their items, unless it's like a die-hard thing.
I talked way too much about sunscreen right now.
Never mind, I have another sunscreen. This is just a sunscreen stick. It was SPF 30. It expired back in March, and I try to use it, but I can't bring myself to use it, so I'm just gonna toss it. I'm also getting rid of a makeup brush because it is shedding, but this was my favorite makeup brush. This was a Tarte Christmas holiday limited edition where it had a flat side, kind of angled flat brush, and then this beautiful, well, it kind of looks like just a foundation brush, but it really did a beautiful job on blending in. It was kind of like almost like a beauty blender on a stick, almost. That's how I felt about it. I really like this side too, but I don't know what happened. I honestly don't wash this brush that much, but all of a sudden it's falling apart and it's just messy, and I'm like, you know what? I need to slowly start to replace a lot of my brushes that are just old or they just don't feel as soft anymore. And you know, I'm not gonna put up with this when I have so many brushes and probably don't need to replace them, but I really like this one. So I don't really need to replace them, but I feel like I should start getting new brushes. I know I just said a lot of contradicting things. I think it's because I just had coffee, so all of like the thoughts are going off in my head. But yeah, I'm just tossing this brush because it's shedding like a mad person on one side. So, I finished a prescription of tretinoin cream. This is Retin-A resurfacing stuff prescription. I like to use that on my face. I also like to use it on my keratosis pilaris. Have already refilled my prescription. I just wanted to show that I had finished one. Also used up the last of my Shiseido Perfect Cleansing Oil. I absolutely love this oil. It's divine. It really dissolves all of your makeup. Doesn't really like tug at your lashes if you have a mascara that's a little more clingy. I can't think of the right word right now, but the mascara that just is like, it doesn't want to budge and you really have to work at it. You don't really have to do it with this. It is quite pricey. I believe it's like $32 to $38. This is the travel size, but I just kept refilling it from the big ones, but I finished the big ones a long time ago. But it's gone and I'm not going to repurchase it because I don't have like a real job, therefore I shouldn't be purchasing this, but it's divine and I'm gonna miss it, and I have missed this dearly. Also used up one of the Sephora cleansing brush wipes. If I was using a little color or a foundation and I needed to use the brush again, I would just wipe it all off on this thing. It's basically just an oily wipe that just gets off all the color slash foundation off of your brushes. So yeah, I think I only have a few more, but I bought them a long time ago just to get free shipping, and you know, I just rather clean my brushes than using them, but it does help when you accidentally got like way too much product that like stuck onto your brushes and you need it to get it off because you don't really want to wash your brushes. That's what I use that for, but I wouldn't necessarily like go out and buy it again. I finally finished my Mon Paris from YSL. So sad. I only have the baby size left. This is one of those perfumes where you kind of only have it for like a year. I don't know, you have it like for 2 to 3 years before the scent like really changes. I might just be because it's an eau de toilette, but I was able to use it up and still able to enjoy it. I'm very sad this is gone. I have the teeny tiny like dropper left, but once I, you know, use up a couple more perfumes, I'm gonna go ahead and repurchase this. But I can't justify it, especially because I'm not leaving the house at all, and I don't wear perfume when I leave the house to go to the grocery store because Linda, and you know, it's just, there's no point in buying it right now. I'll wait till the holiday season where there are bomb ass gift sets. I'm getting rid of this nail polish. It always stained like my nails yellow. B, it's all dried up, and C, it just wasn't my favorite color like once it was on, because while it looks really pretty in the bottle, it would have a very yellow tinge. And this is China Glaze Too Yacht to Handle, and this is when I was still experimenting a little bit with color. I kind of only stick to like certain color schemes now with my nails, just because I'm out of the experimenting phase. Like, I know what I like and I know what works for me. So yeah, just tossing that. We have quite a few tosses in this empties video that I didn't realize. The last couple of things are makeup items. I actually have a couple this time. First thing is chapstick. It's not really makeup, but it's like a makeup-y item. This is the Soft Lips Watermelon chapstick. I actually put this in today. I didn't purchase this. My mom bought like the vanilla set, the vanilla and watermelon one. I don't know why she picked up watermelon, and she's like, which one do you want? And I love the vanilla one, but I didn't want her to torture herself with the watermelon one because it just really was not good. So I just picked the watermelon so she could have the vanilla one and not be like, oh my god, that was a dumb purchase. I'm trying to protect her feelings, okay? So I just decided to use it, and it took me a long time to use it. Usually I go through chapsticks a lot quicker, but it doesn't do much, so it was really just like, it just feels like you're rubbing on oil. It doesn't feel like you're moisturizing. So I would really like put it on before I would do like liquid lipstick or just lipstick, and I really used it up that way. So glad it's gone though. So glad. I also have my It Cosmetics CC cream that was in my year-long project pan. I did cut this open to get every last drop out, and now it's gone. I do really like my It Cosmetics CC cream. I have a couple of other foundations I need to work on before I think about repurchasing this. I actually have this in a medium shade, which is obviously way too dark for me, but I am trying to use it up just whatever way I can so it doesn't go to waste. I usually get a lot darker in the summertime, but because of Linda, that didn't happen for most of us this summer. But I'm glad I was able to use this up. I've literally repurchased this like 4 to 5 times. I'm not even joking. So I'll eventually purchase it again, but not right now. Especially because my Fenty, the hydrating foundation, kind of is doing the job, and I actually like the way that the Fenty one sets more than the It Cosmetics CC cream, but I like that the CC cream has a high SPF in it. I'm also just replacing my NYX matte liquid liner. I've already purchased another one. I've used this for years. I actually really like it. It's really black, and I like the fact that it's a brush tip. And again, if you go to Ulta, you can always get a good deal on it if you wait for the right sale. So yeah, I really like this. It's really black, and it just, I like the brush tip. I recently got a pen tip in a different color from ColourPop, and I'm not the biggest fan of it. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just not used to pen tips anymore, but I definitely prefer the brush tip on the NYX liquid liner, and I have it again, so that's like an always constant repurchase for me. And the last item I have here is the NARS, what is your name? I don't even know what this is called anymore. That's how like disconnected I am from like the beauty world, when you start forgetting names and like you're just not up to date with makeup anymore. So this is the NARS, whatever this concealer is called. I didn't even think I said concealer earlier. I don't know. Anyways, the NARS concealer. This is a travel baby size. This was in the shade medium 1 custard. It's way too dark for me now. It's also oxidized, so whenever I put it on, it was quite dark. I actually purchased this back in 2018. So it was about time I got rid of it. I even pulled the stopper out because I was trying to use it like as much as I could. But it's, you know, it definitely wasn't the right shade, and I'm just done with it. I've gotten a lot. I don't even think I can really scrape much out without putting like yucky concealer on my face. So yeah, that is all my empties. And now I forget that I was trying to do this. I always forget when I do the videos because I kind of don't think about what video I want to do ahead of time unless it's like a specific video. I kind of just like, okay, what video do I want to do today? And then I just sit down, grab whatever I need to grab and do it. But towards the beginning of the year, I was calculating the monetary amount of things I used up, and I forget to include it, especially in the last couple of empties videos. But I go back like afterwards, I upload it, or afterwards, after I've uploaded it, oh my god, what is wrong with me? And I tally up what I have used up and like see how much I have used up years this whole 2020. So before including these empties, I've used up a total of $449 in beauty empties. I feel like other people do more. I have a lot more if they're tallying it up, and I mean, I don't really care. I think that having a lower number personally is better for me because that means I'm not spending like a crazy amount on products in a year if I'm using, you know, if I'm using it up and not throwing it away. I don't count throwaways. I haven't tallied everything I just showed you, but I will include it here after I decide to tally it up. And as I go back and edit this video, I will include the price of each item. And we'll see how much money I need to spend in a year on beauty items, you know? I don't even know if that made sense. I swear my mind is all over the place. I feel like I'm just not making a lot of sense. But I just want to see at the end of the year how much money I have spent on things I have actually used up to kind of have like, that's a crazy amount, that's a reasonable amount. But one thing that really is going to put me up there this time is the YSL Mon Paris, because everything else isn't like very high end except for that. Like that's the priciest thing, and it's usually perfumes that kick up that price for me when I do end up tallying it up. But that's the perfume I use, so yeah. But let me know down in the comments, what is something pricey that you have recently or semi-recently have used up. I'm always curious to see what other people are using. Do you splurge? Do you not splurge? It's not a judgment thing or anything. I just, you know, like to reevaluate my life sometimes by comparing to others, even though comparison is the thief of joy. But in this case, it's just curiosity. But I hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and I will see you guys on my next video. Bye!